So we've just kind of, would you say it's dodgied up
It's
at the minute?
functional.
It's functional but not permanent.
We've got to tidy it up a bit.
But we all know what happens, don't we? Well, morning everybody. Today is Friday, so it's probably a day that we're going to just tidy up a few loose ends. The dozer's just got a couple of bash plates to put on. I think Brad was going to straighten one of them up. We've also got the Begotten air cart, which is on the AFM there, which is on the Steiger. There's about 2-ish tonnes of wheat still in there from sowing. So we've got some 1-tonne bags that we've got to get the auger over there, empty that into the 1-tonne bags, and then we can park the AFM and Begotten air cart away. And then I think there's just things like park the 555 up, put the Kelly chain somewhere. Just all of the little tidy up jobs, so that'll be good. But we do have today, probably the main job, is we're going to paint these white lines where it's got the real thick reinforced concrete underneath it. So when the pad was going down, it was like, we knew there probably wasn't going to be much chance of ever having the bulldozer in the shed, but to have that option is really good. So we do have really thick concrete. I think it's like 800 to a metre deep in 2 strips. I think the other one's here. And we can just lay down some really heavy conveyor belt and drive the dozers on if we need to. I've got to start marking out where these white lines are going to go. I've got some chalk, a chalk string line and some masking tape, and then we've got some paint, some white paint. We were going to go yellow, but they only had white paint in there, which was on a really big sale because they're not making, or this company aren't making paint anymore. So yes, it's just the floor white non-slip floor paint, and the thick concrete goes about 2/3 of the way down, so we'll probably do that. We've got the masking tape down as straight as we can, and I've just made these little end bits just so I don't have a line that randomly finishes. Make a little end piece on the end, and it'll hopefully just, it's the little things. If I got real crazy, I could do a dotted line, but yeah, that's probably getting too complicated. I'd definitely stuff that up. So we've got these little 4-inch or 100mm rollers, which I'm going to be using, but I don't have a roller, whatever you call it. So I'm just going to have to dip it in and hope for the best. We'll give it a try. we got the first coat down and it's looking really good. So I think, yeah, it's obviously with a dark floor and then white paint. It's going to need 2 coats. But I'm only, what is the time? I'm only another half hour or so from being able to put on the second coat, which will be good. And then I think it's probably only 2 hours. It's 2 hour recoat time, so I'm guessing I'll leave it another couple of hours and then pull up the masking tape probably. You don't really want it dry, I don't think, when you're pulling up the masking tape, because otherwise you can, the fleck of paint will come up too, so you still sort of want that fairly wet. So I'll probably even do that before a couple of hours. Anyway, I'll still decide that. But what we are finding with this floor paint is, you might be able to see my face is real lit up there. It's actually shining off the floor and putting, obviously lighting up the place a bit more, so that's good. Well, we've got the second coat down and it is looking a lot better. It's a lot more uniform, so I'll probably just let that, make sure it's probably touch dry before I pull the tape off. That way I don't, as the tape comes off, start getting white paint everywhere. So we'll just leave that one for a bit. But what we are going to do is empty the air cart. So we've got some 1 tonne bags here in the auger over there. Josiah's been setting that up. And am I driving, am I?
Yeah, you're driving.
I'm driving. Look out. So, it's so nice to have a good forklift down here, isn't it? So Brad's over there talking on the phone, enjoying the new veranda on the cabin. He's just enjoying life, it looks. Do you think people are going to tease us for our white stripes on the cement? Yeah, well, they didn't have yellow, but yeah, hopefully it comes up all right. It's looking a lot cleaner around here anyway. Oop, I won't show you that bit, that's not very clean still. There's still a few bits and pieces. Brad's got his AirPods in, just chatting away. Maybe he's just pretending to chat away so he can enjoy himself. Right, now how do we'll just have to try and figure out how we're going to do this. Now we need to pick on Phil. We didn't park the air cart in a very good spot. We're going to struggle to, we may even just have to move it. Or revoke Josiah's licence to drive the auger. Well, I've got a full bag. There's probably just maybe a smidgen over a tonne in that.
You don't want to be putting too much weight on those things, because after they get a bit old and they've still got grain in them, they yeah, they're not as strong as they once were. Where are we going to put them?
Well, you probably want to put them on the pallets. You might as well put them on the ground there.
We'll probably put them in the grain shed.
Yeah, I'll put them on pallets.
Yeah. Well, that's just a bit of what we're doing. We've got to do that maybe another, hopefully one, maybe 2 times. So, and then we'll have some lunch, I think. Well, we only ended up with maybe a total of just under 2 tonnes, so wasn't too bad. I think I'll just keep them in here for the minute until we work out exactly what we want to do with them. Yes, it's looking a lot better in here with the pallet racking. This is going to be the more longer term storage stuff, so the spare parts that you might only use every season. Yeah, just to save clogging up room elsewhere, but yeah, that'll be really good. Looks like Brad's filling up Tiny Tot. I don't know what his plan is, but maybe we'll go see if he's going to go put it to work. Well, she ready to go to work, is it? You going to do some work? Well, I got Dad coming down.
Yeah, right.
He'll come down after lunch and we'll have a look at that airline, fitting out the airline in the shed.
I just say it's green, and the midnight's green, and hydraulics fluid.
Nice.
Very exciting times.
Finally getting stuff put back together and running.
Jackson Brothers are on the move.
It's looking up for the Jackson Brothers.
Yeah. I think we've only
Just
got...
a bit of a graveyard there for a bit, but I think it's only the Challenger waiting on the motor.
Till next week.
Yeah.
They'll be...
Well, if we stop driving stuff, then maybe they'll stop breaking down. Right, I'm hoping that this is very satisfying, peeling this up. I'll check that it's touch dry. Yep. They look pretty straight to me. Well, that is very good. So there's the little end bits there. Well, these lines will actually help us too when if we have a back and stuff in, whether it be trucks or whatever. It'll give you something to, a bit of a guide. That is very good. I'm happy with that. We'll go and have some lunch, and then I think I don't even know what we're doing after lunch, to be honest. There's just a couple of little things to tidy up here and there. I think I'll probably start putting away, packing up the paint side of things, and yeah, I think I've also got Dad's might pop down after lunch, and we'll try and get a bit of a plan together with this air. So that's an air line. Well, it's a water pipe, but that's what's going to be the air. And yeah, just put fittings in different spots to work out where we want our air outlets. So yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. I think we're in good shape. So this stuff here is metric pipe, which is rated a bit higher than your standard poly pipe. So it'll well and truly handle. I think it's is it rated at 160, 150, something along those lines. So it yeah, it should be fine. Well, we're about to sign off for the day. We got a little bit done though. I've had Dad here. It kind of evolved into doing what we were doing, and it kind of just, I didn't pick up the camera, but Dad was just going to have some ideas, but then he ended up staying back and helping, so what do you know?
Got me again.
But what we have been doing is the air lines. So we've just kind of, would you say it's dodgied up
It's
at the minute?
function.
It's functional but not permanent.
We've got to tidy it up a bit.
But we all know what happens, don't we? So anyway, what we've got, this is the pipe from the compressor over there. So we've got just an on-off tap there. And then we've got, this is how we're going to run our little air fitting off there. So I've got one there, goes up to here to another T, which goes up along there, all the way down to over here, near where these power points are. So we're going to have another fitting there. That's just got a tap on it now, just for the minute, because we don't have anything else. But the other line goes all the way along the back. It means at any point we can just cut it and put one of those T's in with a Nitto fitting, and yeah, wherever we want air, and that goes all the way along the side of the shed, all the way around to the other corner. And yeah, so we've got access to air anywhere we want.
I think we used 150 metres of pipe.
150 metres.
I think so. It's one roll across the back,
Yeah.
another one for the two ends, and then the one over the top, 30 metres of the...
Yeah, no, that'd be right.
Hey, what's this? Did you get a dose of white line fever?
Yeah, I've already showed them that. Looks good. You stood on it, but I don't think it damaged it. Yeah, what would the air... that'd take a bit to work out, wouldn't it?
What's that?
What would the volume of air inside the pipe be for 150 metres of pipe?
Yeah, you could work it out. I reckon it'd be a third of the pressure chamber over there.
So there'd probably be 60 litres of air or more, wouldn't there? 60 to 100 litres of air.
32 mil, so your pi r squared business, you don't worry about that. Just take take a third off your, square it up, so it's 32 mil square. Then just take a third off that roughly, and that'll give you...
So here we go. We're working litres, so that'll be 0.3. We'll just say 0.3.
Yeah.
Times 0.3 times 150. So that'd be 135 litres.
For the whole lot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
something like that.
Like a lot of guys will comment and say, no, that's not accurate, but it's within 5 or 10%, and it's just a real easy way to make a practical use of pi r squared, you know, which is what we do well, isn't it?
Do you know a bit of interesting trivia that I learned in school that's kind of useless? I know, I've remembered...
You learned a lot of things in school that are useless.
I remembered pi to, how many decimal places? 9? 8? 9?
Yeah.
So if you want to really get accurate, but your calculator doesn't have a pi function, you just go 3.141592654.
That actually explains a lot of things to me.
It's amazing what I've paid attention to in class. Anyway, so we've got our lines painted, we've got our air run, it's functional. Yeah, I think we're just going to let this paint set for a few more days, and then we can probably start putting stuff back in here. So, and sorting out all this stuff here and bits of pallet racking and all of that. So I think we're in pretty good shape. So anyway, guys, we'll leave the video there for now, and
Remember to subscribe.
yeah, hang on, hang on. I'll get closer so everyone can hear.
Remember to subscribe and push like.
Yep. We'll catch you in the next one.